There's no sound. I hope this is not an omen. There's no sound. Oh, yeah, what the... Okay, but anyway. Yeah, I just hope Update 35 is not as... sorry, Update 39 is not as bad as Update 35, but yeah. Yeah, I hope this is not an omen. So, okay, I'm a professional lip reader. Gina's saying, we seem to have an issue. Hold on a minute. I'm a professional goddamn lip reader, okay? I don't need sound. I have max CP. I don't need sound. Okay? Ha 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 ha. Alright, wait one moment, chat. Yeah, it's a Monday.
Nephis.
All right, anyway, and thanks for subbing, man, bro. Appreciate it.
A bully, and he's toxic.
Where's the tech department? Gina asks. I wonder what the issue is. Is it OBS? It's probably OBS. It's probably OBS related, honestly. She said we are working on the sound, no ETA yet. Bruh. You know, I think they allocated all the bug fixes to the game, and they didn't fix the sound bug here for their OBS. I don't know. I mean, dude, I can certainly sympathize with the tech issues, for sure. Oh, Update 39 contains bug fixes and polish for existing in-game systems. Free for all players is what the banner says here. Yo, what if they do sign language stream, bro? Not gonna lie. I should brush up on my sign language. Update 39 rescheduled.
Yeah.
Oh!
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, let's go!
No? Wait. Maybe? Yes? Okay.
But we can't hear Gina.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Thanks all for your patience. Sorry, it's been a hot minute since we did this, and it sounds like some settings might have changed with Gina's audio mixer, and she's trying to figure it out, so...
Okay. Alright. So, what do you guys want to talk about while we wait? What the...
She's trying to figure it out.
Huh. Well, Gina's like, I'm gonna fucking get someone for this. I wonder what the issue is. Maybe it's the mic. No. To be fair, OBS is a nightmare sometimes. Yeah, for sure. Especially when you're trying to work with specific services or software that allows you to essentially, like, what they're doing here is not through Twitch, where Twitch has a guest star system. They have like their own thing going on here.
Yeah. So we're gonna put up a be right back while we try to troubleshoot this.
Be right back.
Making you all wait.
All right.
We're gonna try to figure this out, and then we'll dive into patch notes.
Nephis, you think you could be a community manager at ZOS? Bruh. You know what? Honestly, half of me thinks no, and the other half is like, man, people already hate me enough, so I might as well be a community manager. Yeah, I don't know. What is this sad music? Sag. Alright, guys. Easy. This has been a wonderful Update 39 combat, or sorry, not combat, patch note preview. I think that was amazing. I think that was absolutely amazing. I am really looking forward to update 39 actually. Yeah. Like, I really like the amount of bug fixes they just showed. They introduced flying mounts. Yeah, they got rid of the in-combat bug. Alright, Armory is now available for use in a limited fashion in console leaderboard instances. Okay. They are adding rewards to old content. You will get 15 transmute stones for every normal trial clear. You will get 50 transmutes for vet hard mode. And you will get Dragon Room from Sunspire Dragon bosses. Really cool. I love this update. What else? What else is there? Shit. Oh, Master Writs now stack. Really great patch notes. Like, I think we can end the stream here. I think for sure this is it. Oh, we can now have our own gardens in our houses. We can grow alchemical regions in our houses. You know? Is that your dream? Oh my god. They are adding 10 more Battlegrounds maps. And they're finally updating Zerodead. They are making some old Crown Store stuff earnable, including houses. Next month's daily rewards will be 5 crown crates every day. What is this dramatic music all of a sudden? You get the trifecta by entering your trial? No, that's too easy, come on. Alright. No nerfs in update 39, by the way, I heard. Yep, everything's gonna get buffed to the level of DK. It's gonna be pretty good, guys. Kraglerm trifectas with skins and mounts. Yeah. That's why I mean this is a really great patch. Someone's gonna watch this and believe, bro. Come on, like, no way they'll believe me. People would have stopped believing me when I said they fixed the in-combat bug. I really hope they fixed that bug, by the way. That's been there since like 2014, literally. I think it was there since 2013 with beta. Able to raid other people's houses and kill a house guest. Yes, sure. You said we get a crown crate every random vet dungeon. Can you imagine how many people would do vet dungeons if they got a crown crate for every run? Holy crap. Can you imagine the amount of people that would do any of the content if there were real rewards or incentives? Bro, what about like just adding more transmutes or dragon room or like expensive materials for housing to doing vet dungeons or normal trials or whatever, you know?
I think it's working.
I think it's working. Yeah, it's working.
I think I fixed it.
Oh.
Yes? Okay, hold on. Be right back.
Okay.
All right. Oh, just got up. Okay, hold on. We're fine.
Oh, she's back. She ran back.
Okay, do we have... Hold on. Do we have... All right. You all can hear me. Can you hear Jess?
No.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
No, Jess.
Okay, good.
There we go.
Just now, yes.
No?
She should be
Okay,
on.
we can finally start.
Yeah, sorry. Somebody knocked on our door because,
Oh my
of
God.
course, it's...
Thank goodness I was muted because the words coming out of my mouth were not good ones. They were not good ones. I don't know what happened. It was one of those things. I think I was telling Jess, I'm like, I did get a prompt to update OBS, which critical error there. Never update
POV
right
every
before
Zoom
a
meeting
stream,
2020,
so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. Thank you for sticking with us. There were lots of bad words happening, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. So,
Gina's Sailor Mouth Bruno.
We got it. I don't even really know what I did to fix it, but it's fixed. So, all right, everyone, deep breaths. Let's all get a sip of water, right?
Yes.
We're good now.
That's a big.
Good.
What was that?
Imagine how
A
many
cup?
people-
No, not a cup. What is that?
We're watching at the
thermostat?
studio, like, man, what a bunch of amateurs. Can't even get the audio right.
That was a huge fucking bottle.
We're not all sweating and shiny on stream, right? We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we need a cocktail after this one. We don't normally stream this early, so we're good.
Never
We're
update
good.
your add-ons
Doing
before
something a
raid.
little
Come
bit
on now.
different today.
Yeah, I saw somebody asking why we're streaming so early because we wanted to try something different and go over PTS patch notes with you all, and we needed to do that
Are they up?
before the PTS opened. So we had a very short window of time
PTS
to
patch
do
is
it
not
today.
up.
Yep, we are in
That's
maintenance.
fine.
If you missed
Okay.
it. So yeah, before while our adrenaline kind of goes down a little bit, maybe just me. Just a reminder, in case you missed it, the PTS is in maintenance right now.
Okay.
We will be updating the PTS today with update 39. This is our brand new update, right? I know, we're all okay here. We're all taking a breath. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. What else is going on this week?
So we also have Mid-Year Mayhem is wrapping up tomorrow.
Yep.
So we hope you've had fun, and don't forget to get your last rewards, event tickets, whatever else you want to get before the event ends tomorrow morning.
Yep.
We also have an incremental patch for all servers on Wednesday, July 12th. So be on the
July
lookout for that.
12th.
It's all the
Okay.
live servers.
Oh, we're living in like a couple of years ago calling it mid-year mayhem.
Yeah.
It's white streak.
Yeah, White Strix Mayhem.
You're
ends.
right.
It's
White
Dude,
Strikes.
everyone
It's a
keeps
hard
calling it
habit
mid-year,
to
so it's
break.
like, I don't
We've
know.
called something the same thing
I
for
know.
years.
I know. I still do it all the time. I'll call it mid-year and then be like, oh, I mean white strikes. It happens. It happens. You know
Yep.
what else is happening this weekend?
What else is happening?
ESO Tavern in Germany.
Oh, yeah,
Is
right.
anyone in chat going?
Dude, I wanted to go, but I thought they were
Hopefully.
going to do it in August,
This is our
not
big
July.
European community event. It is happening Saturday and Sunday in Germany. Hopefully, yeah, we got some people going. Awesome. Yeah,
Good.
we have some folks from the dev team who will be there. There's going to be all sorts of cool stuff set up. I don't know how much they've announced yet, so I don't want to say anything and like leak out their announcements. But it's going to be a really good time. So I think the German channel will be streaming for some portion of it.
Okay.
So everyone can kind of tune in and watch whatever is happening with that. We'll see. It's going to be a surprise to everybody. All right. Shall we get into patch notes? This is the first
Okay.
time we're doing this, where we have them prepped. They are not published yet, but we're going to give you...
Holy crap. Yeah,
I don't know. It's going to be like
it's a
patch note reading time. Grab some lunch or some dinner wherever you are.
Gina's YouTube
Get
channel when?
comfortable. These are long. These were
Patch Notes Review?
longer than like chapter patch notes.
What?
Like
That's impressive.
I think they ended up being like 45 pages or something.
45 pages.
Really long.
And 31 of those pages
And
are
it's-
bug fixes?
A lot of them just bug fixes and polish and well, you'll see. Should we pull them up?
Yeah, so if you see us kind of
Okay.
looking between, I'm literally looking between two different documents right now since we're going to be reading you all patch notes. So if we look like we're reading stuff, we are. That's kind
Can
of the
they
point
show
of
the
this.
patch notes on
That's
stream?
what this
Oh, there we
is
go, there we go,
today.
there we go, there we
We're,
go.
we're just going to get comfy with each other and read through. Now, again, these are not published yet. These are still in a private
Okay.
area. We want you to join us. And then listen, we're not going to go through all 45 pages, right? We
What?
don't have time for that.
No.
Maintenance
We have
is
time
not
for
going to be
that.
that long.
We have time for that.
But we will go through at least some of the bigger changes, any new features.
Wait,
that
what
we
does it
have.
say?
We'll hit on a few
Improving some
notable
in-game
bug
experience for new
fixes,
players, cleaned up some item set sourcing,
But otherwise,
added a new number of
let's
new
get
achievements for
started,
existing
shall we?
content. Okay.
Yes.
get my
We've also added a
windows
few
aligned
updates for
here. I still wanna be able
PvP,
to see
including
that.
new monster masks, face and body markings,
Sure.
a new PvP death notification
Wanted
feature,
to make sure if
and
I
improving the
put
loot
chat on
drop
this
from
window, it's
scamps
not
in
gonna
Imperial
cover
City.
it.
Holy crap. Okay. Okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
9.1.0. This is update 39.
All right.
So
That-
if
that-
you
that
remember
sounds okay.
back when we had our global reveal during the... I was about to say ESO celebration. It wasn't even that. Jeez. Come on, brain. Global reveal in January. Rich
Okay.
had announced during that time that we were going to be taking some time during this development cycle this year to kind of polish existing
Yes.
systems, addressing some longstanding requests, polish up things that are already in
Yes.
the game. And that's what this update is. So there is no paid DLC for this.
Mm.
It is strictly, it's just update 39. There's no name. This is just what we're calling it.
What,
and it's
really?
a free base game update.
There's no name?
So
Bruh.
we spent some time.
This is gonna be update
kind of
39.
going
All right,
through
all right,
and
all right.
trying to
This is
fix
pretty
and
interesting.
improve a lot of the in-game experiences, specifically for newer players, which we're going to talk about in just a second. We have cleaned up a lot of item set sourcing.
Okay.
We have some achievements for existing content. We also have a lot of updates for PvP that we will be going through.
This is very good.
And
Pog.
oh, I'm like, why didn't we call out the thing? Well, I wrote it, so I guess I should have just called out the thing. Anyway, we're going to go through everything in just a second. Just a reminder,
Someone in
as with
their chat
all
said,
first
when will
week
Transmute
PTS
Stones be in the
patches,
Crown
that
Store,
we copied
bruh?
all the PC North American characters, but we still have templates, even though we don't have a DLC that it's tied to. So if you don't have your character copy in effect this week, you could still leverage a template to kind of
PP
go through and
mentioned.
test some stuff out. So, you know what we're going to do is we're going to scroll past that stuff real quick.
What? Okay.
And we're going to hit on the first thing here. Let me move my chat window again. There we go. Okay.
Quests
so,
and content improvements.
Jess, if you want, I'll go first. I can talk about some of this stuff.
Sure.
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 We revised
so
many
we're
quests in
calling
the
this
cities.
quest and content improvements for new players. So basically, when a brand new player goes into the game for the first time, starting at level 1, going through the tutorial, they get into whatever zone they have picked, they get inundated with all of these quest pins, and it gets really overwhelming, right? Like, you walk out and you're like, okay, where do I go? Quest pins everywhere, you're not even really sure. So what we're kind of doing is suppressing a lot of those quest pins initially until you get to a certain level.
Okay.
And then that way, not as overwhelmed, hopefully, and it'll just kind of give you a little bit more guidance of like, hey, why don't you try one of these things first? And then as you level up, more quest pins will show up. Now, this doesn't mean you can't do all these other things. Like, if you're already kind of aware of where things are, you stumble across something, that's totally fine. So just kind of going
This is good.
through
It's a good
changes.
attempt.
Chat, you are excited today.
Fighters Guild. Barrett
happening.
Moore
This
Smith
is an
does not
exciting
chase you
stream.
down
We've never
anymore.
done, like, a
Instead,
lunchtime patch note
waiting
reading
patiently
stream
by the
before.
guild entrance to flag you down. Okay.
Getting an error when trying to claim your...
You have to be at least level 5 to see some of the
get
pins
through this,
here
and
for
then we'll
Thieves
look
Guild,
into
Dark
that.
Brotherhood,
Because you should be able to...
the base game
Which
main
one?
quest line,
Yeah,
and some of the story
through
quest
stuff, so you
lines
should be able to at least
for the
claim that.
guilds.
So let me get through this first.
But like
and
you're
then
like
Jess
you
can take
basically hit
over
level
and
5
we'll
almost
look
like
into that too,
instantaneously.
okay?
I feel like.
Promise. Okay, so first of all, the Prophet and other
The housing
base game
flyer
quest
quest is only
bestowers are
available to
gonna
players level
appear
6 or
in
higher.
those cities
I mean, it's a
after
good
you hit at
attempt,
least level
I guess.
5.
We'll see if it's like
and have
good
completed
enough
the first
for the
quest
newer
in that
players.
zone story, so that should help a little bit. All the story quests that are offered by Fighters and Mages Guild will be available. Sorry, the pin will be visible starting at level 5 or above.
Why are they talking about
We've
new
also
player
reworked
improvements?
some of the Fighters
No
Guild
future new
bestowals,
players applies to watching the
so they
stream
don't
right now.
chase you down anymore.
Well, one, you never know.
They're just going to be waiting
Second,
patiently for you.
it's good stuff.
The Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood
Maybe
Vector
the
quests
older
also
players will be
require
like,
you to
"Hey,
at least
now
level
it's less
5.
overwhelming to their newer
The
player
housing
friends."
introductory quest called A Room to Spare. That is only going to be visible
Yeah, someone
starting at level
someone got
6 or
timed out
higher,
in chat
so
for saying
we
buff
were starting to
Templar.
Kind of get through our levels a little bit.
Well, we can take that as a no.
As for tribute, you're not going to get yelled at to learn how to play until you reach at least level 6. The crafting certification quests are also at level 6.
Oh,
Bestower
wow,
for
really?
Delves, world events and world boss daily quests are starting at level 7. The Undaunted daily quest
I don't know how to
giver
feel
is
about
also
that.
level
I
7,
guess
in addition to
for
the
alts,
daily quest
maybe,
bestowers for
but
Fighters
I
and
guess like
Mages Guild.
most people have already their alts
For
crafting.
Battlegrounds, that bestower will, Battlegrounds and Undaunted, that'll show up starting at level 10. The Craglorn vectoring quests will be starting at level 15, along with the prologue quests. And then finally, for trial introductory quests, that will be level 50. Now, again, let's say you're level 40, you want to go into a trial, you still can, but that little quest icon isn't going to show up until level 50. So hopefully, again, this will kind of help newer players just not get completely overwhelmed as soon as they step out of the tutorial and just give a little bit more guidance for them. So I know for all of you in chat, you probably already know how to do all this. This may not affect you, but if you have friends coming in, maybe you haven't played in a while, you want to restart, this is what's happening.
I think they
All
said
right.
earlier
I'm
that
going to check into
you
the
can
crown
still do
crate thing,
these
assuming
at an
it's still a
early
problem.
level.
Yeah, and then
as long as you know
Josh,
where to
wanna
find
go
them.
through this next section.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to suppress
so
the quest
Navigator
markers
quest
on the
pins.
compass
so as
and stuff.
part of update 39, we've introduced a new system that utilizes the Navigator service
No, they haven't
NPCs.
published it
So
yet.
those are NPCs. They're
So we have
often
to
by
like
the
look
docks,
here.
and they can help take you to other
Navigator quest
locations.
pins.
They're not always by the docks, but they're the Navigator service NPCs, and they're in Tamriel's major cities. So what will
Okay.
happen is, if you've got
This
a
is good.
track quest that takes you to somewhere else, when you talk to them, that option will have a little door icon next to it to show that it's going to take you to another location. So just a little bit easier to, I guess, navigate the Navigator NPC options.
Update to event tickets.
And then event tickets, we've added a new safety rail to event tickets that come from looted sources and only looted sources. So I think most people have run into a situation where your event tickets were full, you had the max amount, and then you did something that gave you an event ticket, and of course you can't get one because you're full.
Okay, yes.
So that was the problem we were looking to solve here. So with this
is
new
good.
change, when you complete an action that would have dropped an event ticket while or at or near the event ticket currency capacity, and not on daily cooldown, you'll now receive a message letting you know that you could have gotten an event ticket from this source, but did not have enough room to loot them.
Okay.
And then once you spend enough event tickets to properly loot additional tickets, you'll then be able to loot them from the next event appropriate source.
If you fail to loot your event tickets at all.
If you fail to loot your event tickets at all because you forgot or you crashed or as the patch note says, because an asteroid hit your hometown and you managed to survive but lost internet. Sometimes our devs like to have fun with the patch notes, as you all know. You will not automatically be put on the daily reset.
Okay.
You may
This
attempt
is
additional
good quality of life
dungeons,
for the event
kill
ticket people.
bosses, or whatever the event appropriate activity is until you completely loot your event tickets for the day. You can still only receive event tickets once per day with this. And this behavior is currently in place for Undaunted Celebration and Witches Festival, and will then roll out to other appropriate events over time.
There you have it.
How are we looking, Gina?
They're investigating. So yeah, for anyone who is having issues claiming the crate through Twitch drops today, we're looking into it.
Yeah.
Spread the word in case anyone else pops in. But yeah, we are investigating. We'll keep you updated. In the meantime, we can
New
move
Cyrodiil
on to
monster
some
masks.
PvP stuff. Saw in chat, people are like, "What about the PvP?" Let's talk about that.
All right, let's talk about the PvP.
So first off, we have some new monster masks coming to
Purchased from
Cyrodiil.
the Elite Gear vendor.
They're going to be able to be purchased from the Elite Gear vendor for AP. And then
Wow.
style pages can also
Okay.
be purchased from
So
the
instead
War
of
Researcher
dungeon
vendor,
monster sets, they're
also
putting in
for AP.
PvP. That's fine. That's fine. This is good.
50,000 AP and 150,000 respectively.
Wait, what the hell is this?
So the
Hold up,
first-
hold up, just in
listen,
case.
We're not going to go through
I'm
all the
going
stats
through-
here. We're going to have a lot of streamers probably going through and
Okay.
dissecting everything. and
Dealing
talking
damage
about
applies a
what's gonna
stack of
work great.
malady.
So
to
we're
your
not going to go
enemy,
through every
reducing
single
you
stat,
to
but
35
let me scroll
stacks.
down a little bit so you can see.
You can apply
These
it
are
once every
the
half
stats
second.
for
Contagion,
these
reducing
new
healing
monster masks that
taken.
are coming to Cyrodiil. We have 3 of them that you'll be able to collect.
Oh, so you get debuffed if you want to debuff them as well.
We also
Okay.
have some new face and body markings that are specific to PvP.
Nibene Battle Reeve.
They are called the
Gain a damage
Unfeathered
shield that
Battle
absorbs the
Markings.
15,000
So that
damage
is
for
gonna be
6
100,000
seconds.
AP to
Occurs
purchase
once
and
every
50
14
Gladiator-
seconds.
Gladiator
Not
cards.
affected by Battle Spirit.
Combine
While you
those.
do not have the damage shield from the set, reduce your damage taken from players by 5%.
Yeah, not
Bro,
Skinny
what?
Cheeks. He's not going to be streaming this. He's hopping around in Germany right now. You saw that too, right? He's posting pictures of his
Awesome.
delicious food that he's eating.
Colovian Highlands
All right,
General.
something else that we are going to be adding. It's called PvP Death
When you kill
Notifications.
player, you gain a stack
So
of blood depth
this
for
is
half
gonna
a
be a
second. When
notification
blood
you
depth
see
expires,
in
you and
chat
5
in
group members
Cyrodiil,
within
Imperial
20
City,
meters of the
and
game.
Battlegrounds
15
that are
ultimate
essentially
per
just gonna
stack of
give
blood
you more
depth? Oh
detail
my
about,
lord.
Combat and death. Sorry, I had a dog hair just like floating right in front of my face.
New PvP.
So this is going
100,000 AP. Okay,
Wait,
okay.
Life with dogs.
Incentivize people
This
to
is gonna
PvP,
alert
or at
you
least go into
to who
Cyrodiil.
defeated who,
Or something.
around what area that the death occurred.
50
and
gladiator
also
proofs.
show
I
the
don't know.
alliance
I don't
rank
like that
for
one.
Those that were in battle. which is going to be pretty cool. So
Death
you're going to
notifications.
get
Who defeated
those like
who?
cross sword icons.
Around what areas
So
the
those
death
get
occurred and show line
displayed,
strengths of those in the battle.
That's
nice.
As we have written here, when there's
In
3 or
serial
more
and
kills in an area, in a
specifically, you
short
also get more
amount of time.
information
So
on cross
there's going
swords
to
showing who's
be more
currently
information
down.
on those cross
Okay,
swords
that's
showing
good.
who's
That's
currently
nice.
winning in that particular fight. And then when you're in battlegrounds, the message is going to be just a little bit shorter as far as the area where the death occurred. And then, of course, you can toggle this on and off in the social settings.
Yeah, I don't like the
Pretty sure
gladiator
it's
proofs
defaulted
part
on.
to love
So
you.
if you want to just turn it
I
off,
just don't.
head to options, go to
It's
social.
just
and
like
then
an
go to
unnecessary prerequisite for me.
Now,
It's just
we
another
also
barrier.
have some improved Imperial City treasure scamp loot.
Treasure scamp
These
loot.
are the scamps that you are
Okay.
chasing around Imperial City.
A greatly
They are
increased
gonna
quantity
appear
of
a little
Delaware
less
stones.
frequently, but they are
Is
going to
a
have
liar,
much better
a
rewards.
bully.
There's
So
something
we have
random.
outlined here all the rewards that you can get now. The cunning scamps are gonna
Tradable
have
piece of
a
icy
greatly
gear.
increased quantity of
Black Rose,
Telvar
Galarian's
stones.
Revenge. Okay, this
Pro
is
scamps
nice.
are going to
Powerful
drop a
assault.
tradable
Okay.
piece of Imperial City gear in addition to all the previous rewards. So we have listed here all of the items
This is good.
that have a chance to drop. Now, along with this, because they're going to appear a little less frequently, we are adjusting the number of scamps that are required.
All of those
to kill
sets are
with some
no, I
of
don't know
the
about that.
achievements.
Powerful assault's still
Nephis
pretty good in play.
We have all those
Is
details.
a
listed.
liar,
Oh,
a bully.
Thanks for something from as well. The
he's
real
toxic.
We are looking into the drops issue. We are hearing you that you can't claim your crate.
Just ignore those people, bro.
Jess, do you want to talk about these new and updated achievements, and then I can check in and see what's going on with crates?
Yeah.
Pro scam slayer. Yeah, okay. They just
So
like
we've
made the achievements a
some
little less
adjustments
time consuming.
to existing achievements and also added some new ones. So if you've accomplished some of these already, they will be awarded automatically when you first log in.
Oh,
So
it's
definitely
retroactive.
check that out on PTS
Okay.
for us and let us know. Completing a mythic will now grant an achievement, and there was also a meta achievements for completing all the mythics in a given zone.
The hell's meta
so
achievements?
That's new.
What?
You can also
What
get
are meta achievements?
respective classes to level 10 and level 50, and that
Yeah,
will now
where's
trigger
Maxi?
an achievement. Antiquities that require you to find multiple fragments will now have an achievement associated with them, so lots of new achievements. Fencing 20,000 gold worth of items at a given Outlaw's Refuge will now trigger an associated achievement as well. Dungeon collectible fragments are now usable. Using all the necessary items will trigger the associated achievement and award the collectible.
Okay.
There's also a new achievement when you max out your excavation and scrying skills for antiquities, because boy, that takes a while, doesn't it? And then we've adjusted the point value for several achievements or edited their text to better
What are meta
communicate how to
achievements?
trigger the achievements. There's
Parts of Vigor
probably
achievement?
more
Okay.
of those than we could list, given the patch note here. And then we lowered the count for many achievements, which includes the Imperial City treasure maps and Telvar scamps.
Yeah, these are retroactive.
The medals awarded for certain Chaos Ball and Relic PvP achievements, G-Lars dailies, and several Orsinium
I guess meta achievements are new to ESO. What the?
Do you want me to keep going,
Oh,
Jan?
thanks for the biddies. God damn. And thanks for the
We
hype
can
train,
touch on
Siren.
the item set sourcing
Everybody
updates.
else who's subbing and
So
bidding.
this is a lot. I'm just gonna say that now. Again, for anybody in chat, we are investigating the Twitch drops issue where you can't claim the drop. We're working on it. We'll keep you updated, but everybody is talking on the side, so we will get there. So yeah, these item set sourcings.
Okay.
This is just kind of in an effort to
Rewards for the
clean
worthy
up
will
a lot
continue
of
the
the
newest item
sourcing,
sets.
standardize
Older
it a little
sets will
bit
be removed
more,
from the
and
rewards
this
of
is gonna affect
worthy.
a few areas. So Cyrodiil, Craglorn, Hughesbane, and Gold Coast.
Okay.
So we have all the details here of where a lot of these things are going to be dropping from now.
All PvP
Rewards for
sets
the
are
worthy,
available
as
as
I said,
individual
it's gonna
containers
continue
on
to have
both
the
town
newest
merchants
item
and elite
sets,
gear
but then
vendors.
as new sets
Town
get
merchants have a
added,
discount
the
price of
older
12
sets are gonna be
KP.
removed from
Elite
that,
gear
and
vendors have a
then
higher price.
you can
Oh,
get
okay. So
them
they're trying to
from
like
Delves, Dolmens,
get
daily
people
quests,
to go to
merchants,
towns even
what have you.
more.
So this is all outlined
But
here.
it's like
in the patch notes,
a
and you can read through as soon as we publish these.
8K AP difference. You know what I mean?
Scroll slowly in case you
It's
want
like,
to read along
okay.
a bit.
8K.
This is a long section.
I don't know if
It is
that's
a
like a
long
lot.
section.
It's not a lot.
It's all
but
good though.
They're trying.
It's to make
They're
all
trying.
the item set sourcing just make more sense overall and be
All
more
PvP items
consistent
will
so
now
that
drop
you
from.
know what
Those
to
will drop
expect when
waist
you're
and
looking
feet
for
item
certain item
sets.
sets.
Dolmens will drop jewelry. Okay. Board
So for
missions.
Craglorn Trials, again, this is just kind of
Okay. All right.
fixing a lot of
Craglorn
the
Trials,
item
okay.
set curation issues that some people were
Yes,
running
yes. There's
into.
a big difference between the item set pools or
And again, this
the
affects
tables,
the Etherean Archive,
the loot tables
Helra,
between
and
normal and
yeah.
vet Craglorns. Okay. Completing a Craglorn
And
trial normal
finally,
difficulty
in
will
Fusebane and
award
Gold Coast, these are very
blue
similar.
quality gear. While completing
outlines where
a
you can
trial and veteran
find
difficulty will reward
hands,
all
waist,
purple
feet,
quality gear
heads,
with jewelry
chest, leg set
potentially being
pieces,
potentially
all that
gold.
stuff.
Okay. That's okay. That's
So-
okay.
Hopefully, this is all the information that you're looking for. If anything is missing or you run into any issues, please post on the forums and we will take a look.
Yeah, okay. Gold Coast.
All right. Similarly to itemization,
Stacking
but not quite
of
item sets,
identical
we're gonna talk
crown
about
store
some changes
items.
coming to affect your inventory.
Okay.
So, sure you know, there's a lot of items that you get either from the Crown Store or elsewhere that have very
thanks for the
similar
$5
names,
donut.
but
What
because
the-
they don't have the same
Aram.
name, they don't stack.
Appreciate it.
Takes up a lot of space in your inventory. So what
Stacking-
we're doing is
So like,
changing how a lot of these are in
yeah,
your
the
inventory,
account
whether
bound
they're
one,
named
or sorry,
what
character
have
bound
you,
ones probably.
to allow
Yeah,
them
yeah.
to then stack. So there's going to be a
Can-
keybind in the
can you
UI.
let us
that
stack
says stack
siege
all items.
weapons
You
if we're
press
gonna go
that,
PvP?
and then voila, they stack, and you magically have more inventory space. On the same note as this, unifying unsellable items. So what we're doing is changing some items so it's clearer what can and cannot be sold. So there's going to be items that are listed as 0 gold. These cannot be sold. And then some items that were previously listed as 0 gold will now be valued at 1 gold, so
Okay.
you can get rid of them. Now, these that are listed as 0 gold that you can't sell, you can still trash them and just get rid of these.
Okay.
But this will hopefully help identify a little bit better what things can and cannot be sold.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Makes some sense.
All the lockpicks.
Yeah, no kidding.
2 new houses, yeah. Yeah, we saw this stuff from
As
the
with
data
any
mine.
update, we of course have new homes and new
The Dunmer
furnishings
house
coming
and,
your way. I think we
Maze
actually have a
house.
screenshot of the second one listed here. So we've got Kelleson Rune. This is a, let's see, designed by Myco Turt. Whoa.
Okay, so
Myco
so the
Turt?
so the
Designed by a
labyrinth house
Myco
will
Turt.
be on the crown store, and the other house will
That's
be
the rundown.
available in a
Missing
future event.
Arcanist. This Telvanni-style residence.
At least both of them are
showcases
not
gorgeous
crown
views,
store houses.
both
I mean,
magical
that's a
and
start.
mundane, accessible to a sizable workshop and a cozy living space. Allow for uninterrupted research and rejuvenating rest.
Okay.
So this home will be released by participating in a future event. That's all we're gonna say.
Apocrypha.
You'll find out. But
Intriguing.
please do check it out on the PTS. And then Shadow Queen's Labyrinth, which is the one I think we have a shot for, is described as a winding maze that dominates the grounds of this twilight enshrouded estate, creating an endless opportunities to perplex visitors. Oh, that sounds like it could be fun to do guild events in, doesn't it?
Someone's microwaving in
The
Jessica's
visceral
background.
awe evoked by Nocturnal's everglow skies provides an exquisite contrast to the spacious
No, they didn't say that.
Somerset-inspired home. So this one will be a Crown Store purchase, and it will appear sometime after Update 39 launches.
Okay.
So
Don't
we
switch
can't
up.
show you like a live preview in game of what this looks like. You want to see a picture at least? We can show you a picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Picture
Yeah,
here.
ahead of checking it out on the PTS today.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Let me.
Picture.
There
Yeah, we
we go.
saw this. This is old news, Gina. Come on, this is data mined.
Like this is the
By the way, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, the Update
Yeah.
39 data
Labyrinth, right?
mine is on the website. You can look through all the images,
This one you'll be able to purchase, at the
including
Crown
this
Store.
house.
And it will be available on the PTS today for you to check out. So yeah, for anybody who maybe missed the announcement, we are currently in maintenance on PTS. It will be up later today for you to check out. We're just kind of going through the patch notes right now and give everyone a preview of what is going to be on PTS today.
Okay.
As far as issues with Twitch drops, we are continuing to look into it. So just hang tight. And we will give you updates as we get them. All right. In addition to new homes, we have some new furnishings, of course. We have 22 new structural furnishing plans, and then 7 new master writ furnishing plans that are detailed below here. This is sort of our usual section where we go through all of the master writ vendor offering adjustments.
Okay.
So you can digest this after we publish the patch notes.
Just
Kind of giving
More-
everybody a little peek at
more
what is
stuff.
happening today. So this is just kind of our usual master writ.
So where's
God,
the
I feel
super
like we
duper
should have,
tunable
like, some
crafting
nice
stations?
background music or something, like some nice calming. I don't know.
Oh, we should have.
We should have done
Yeah, that
that.
would have been good.
I can hold on. Let me
The
see.
piano.
I do have piano music. Maybe I can load it up in here. Just some nice.
As long as it's ours.
It is. It is.
We don't want to strike.
It's I think it's it's like the Champion UI piano music. I'll find it. Actually,
Oh, there
Jess,
you
if
go.
you want to go through the
Yeah.
next couple, and let me see if I can find it here.
suppressing companions.
All right, so
zero
placing furnishings
resistance.
from your inventory. So when you're in
Oh,
your
okay, that's
house and
nice.
you are placing your furnishings, now you can just do it from your inventory. Thank goodness.
I don't get it. Isn't
And
that
of course
what?
from the collection screen while in your house.
Isn't that what we can already
suppressing
do?
companions in
I don't
favor
get
of
it.
assistance. So when you have a companion out
Can anyone explain that to
and you
me?
summon
Placing
your
furnishings
assistant,
directly
let's say
from the
you're in
inventory?
a dungeon, you want to pull out your banker because you need to sell some stuff, or not sell,
I don't get
bank some stuff, or your merchant. Your companion will automatically be resummoned when your assistant is unsummoned. So it just saves you a click, right? It's a nice little quality of life change.
Occlusion calling.
There we go. You hear that piano
Now
music? hopefully?
optimized.
I do. It's nice, right?
It's nice.
It's very
It's actually
Hopefully
calming.
not too loud.
No, I think it's low enough that it's a nice little atmosphere, but it's not.
Instead of
overtaken,
pressing
right?
F5
It's
and
nice.
R and
Okay.
selecting it and
Leave it
shit,
on
you
for a
just
little
double
bit.
click in inventory. Oh, okay.
Why not?
Huh.
All right, let's where are we at?
New endeavor activity types.
Occlusion culling.
Occlusion culling.
Multiple
So
new
this is
endeavor
actually
types, okay.
something that was available
Occlusion
as
culling.
kind of a beta testing thing. I think in the last PTS update or 2 PTSs ago. But you had to kind of adjust like your user settings and text file and whatever. This is now officially part of the update. So you can enable this over in the graphics settings. Basically what this does is prevents, well, I'll just read it here. So it's going to prevent the game client from performing rendering calculations for objects that are completely hidden from view by other
This
objects.
is a
Basically,
big
what
boost
this
probably
does
for
is it gives
performance
you a frame rate
for
boost.
clients.
So if you want to enable this, you can head over to the graphics settings in there. We also have some new endeavor activity types. So as you're completing endeavors, there's new types of activities that'll be popping up that you can complete.
Antiquity skill. Oh, they
We are
did it.
also
Yeah, people were like,
unlocking
oh, why can't we
Antiquity
buy the
skill
crown
line
store? Or
store.
why can't we buy the antiquity skill line from the crown store? They did it.
Did that make
Background
sense
They
to
put- they put the
anybody?
antiquity
It
skill
didn't
line.
make sense
In
to
the crown
me either
store.
as I was saying
It
it.
made
It
sense.
just kept on coming out.
Just
So,
for
yeah.
example, if there's a barrel hidden behind another
The
barrel, the
Antiquity
game will not
skill
render
line,
that
You can unlock that. in the
barrel that
crown
you
store.
can't see, giving you
Details
performance
listed here.
improvement. That's basically it.
Jess,
Bruh.
updated
Yes.
launcher on the Mac.
Oh,
Yes.
Mac.
So as some of you know, we've been hard at work.
I only know like 5
not me,
people
but
play on Mac.
A very smart team here has been hard
Throughout
at work
the years.
on a new patcher for ESO. Some of you are new launcher. Some of you have tried it out
Mac,
on the PTS
okay.
on Mac. Starting today, or excuse me, on PC. Starting today, Mac users can finally take part in that test. So please do. We would love to get your feedback. This test will run from today through
Okay.
July 25th.
Buy crowns.
So that's going to be your opportunity to hop in, update
Yeah, they didn't have
to it.
occlusion.
All
Well, they
of the
had a
information
beta
you need
version of it
is
last
here
patch,
and
Com,
also in a thread.
but looks like they
in
finally
test
optimized it
forum
for this patch.
that we're going to update
Or for the next patch.
when we push these patch notes live.
That's nice.
So it's very easy to update to and also downgrade to when you need to go back to live.
The piano music did get a little intense when Jess was going through that, right?
Okay,
It's just
so
like, yes.
Undaunted
That's
Celebration's
fine.
coming back. Yeah,
I turned it down.
we're gonna have to finish our sticker book
I
with
know,
the
as she
Undaunted
was talking, I
Celebration.
was like, where's the volume
Maybe.
slider?
Oh, that's funny.
All right, so this week, wish there were captions. You know what? I wish there were captions too. And that was part of the issue when we had our audio problems at the start of the stream is those also weren't on. So I just kind of shut everything off. We will try and turn captions on the next time we are streaming. We apologize for that. We had it the last couple streams and it was working really well, but I don't know. Just nothing is going right for us today. So Twitch drops are being worked on. We got our audio fixed. We will do captions next time, though. We're glad that you
Update
like it, though.
39.
For this week on PTS, we are going to be testing Undaunted Celebration. We have details for that listed here. Why can't you claim crates? We don't know. We're actually looking into that.
Dungeons.
It is an
the
ongoing
first final
investigation,
dungeon
and
boss you
if
defeat in a
something
day will
happened
drop
where you
2
can't
event
claim them during the
tickets.
stream, we'll try and make it up to you, so you can get
Opal
another
styles,
drop
yeah.
this week.
Impresario.
All right, so this is pretty much it for all of the new stuff coming
Okay.
in Update 39, whether it's new things or changes to existing systems.
Okay.
The rest of this, I'll be honest, is mostly bug fixes. It is a lot of bug fixes.
Okay.
So we can go through, again, we're not going to go through every single thing, but we can kind of do a casual scroll through and see what's going on here. We do have templates again. So there are going to be 2 templates. You can use your max level, and then we have a level 25. They're going to put you in Craglorn. So then you can
I just want to see the combat
off
at
from
this
there.
point too. Like I get that there's a lot of bug fixes, but at least show us the. Oh, come on, okay, there we go.
So one affecting
Cell
these 2
districts and
item
tremor
sets,
scale
they
currently have an unintentional target cap
unintentionally
of
have a
6.
of 6.
That's good. That's
rather
good.
than unlimited. So this is something we're going to address in a future update, but we did discover this while we were testing out Update 39. And then for the PvP death notifications, you may see them
In delves.
in
Yeah.
delves and zones outside of Cyrodiil.
What?
We are working on it.
When a kill occurs at Zerodead delve.
All right, folks. Combat and gameplay changes. Again, we are not going to go through every change.
Oh,
We're gonna
boy,
leave it
combat
to
changes.
Some of our expert stream team members to go through all
Expert
these
stream team
changes.
members. Am I an
Sure,
expert? I don't know
They
about
are
that.
definitely going to spend some time going line by line.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
By future update, for that combat known issue, that's going to be a future update outside of Update 39. It is not going to be during this PTS cycle. So just wanted to make you all aware. When will this PTS update go live? Today. We're in maintenance right now. It will be going live. Actually, we can even check and see how they're doing.
Check live.
We can check live and see. All right.
Please
So
booked.
they're actually making really good progress. It sounds like we are in QA. They are probably going to be finishing after they stepped away to eat lunch real quick. So
Yeah,
would
QA's gonna eat
say-
lunch. Yep.
maybe by 2 p.m. Eastern if I had to make an educated guess. Don't hold my fire to those flames, but I am pretty sure. Maybe around there. So we're getting pretty close.
Oh,
You know, when we
oh!
were going over
Okay,
all
let's
of this
see.
before the stream with Rich, I know he was really
Taking
excited
change
to
in
tell people
approach.
about Grim Focus and Bound Armaments.
Yes.
Found armaments. Grim focus.
Maybe we can talk about that.
We can definitely
Weapon passives. Okay, they're polishing weapon
hold your
passives.
feet to flames, not fire. I mean, fire is flames. So isn't that a song?
Restless
Through the fire and
Okay, so
flames, right?
Restless Step
Wasn't
and
that a
One Hand
Guitar
Shield are
Hero
not going to be
song?
touched too much compared to the other ones.
Maybe.
Back end
Oh my-
reworks.
You know what? It's okay. All right.
Grim focus and battle
So
armaments.
going through combat and gameplay.
These
the Dragon
abilities
Force
will
song,
no-
That's right. Thank you.
no longer require you to activate
was.
them to begin generating stacks for Grim focus and bound
You all want us
armaments.
to read
They're just gonna be like passives
summary
or
of
passive skills,
combat
okay?
gameplay changes?
And then you can just shoot them without. Okay, that's
Spectre, I used
nice.
to be a-
That's
I used to
okay.
be a
That's
guitar
okay.
hero.
Saves you
Then I broke
GCD,
my
I
hand,
suppose.
So I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Saves you
again.
GCD.
You want us to read through it?
Aw.
Yes, no. Kind of 50-50. I mean, it's been up on the screen for a little bit, right? So no, okay.
I'm done reading.
It's about 50-50. It's on the screen here.
I'm
so
done
you can
reading.
Kind of read
I'm
through.
done reading.
Cliff's Notes version is we are kind of just trying to take some time to focus on polish. We're not should we read it in a funny voice? Oh, I wish I had. I know some streamers have something that like makes their voice sound
A
like a
voice
chipmunk.
tuner. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I want.
Okay, so like, what's happening here is you have to cast
fun.
Grim Focus or
So,
Merciless
there
Resolve
are
or
some
Bound
balance
Armaments
adjustments in here
to activate
but
it for it
nothing
to start building
overly crazy.
stacks. But it looks
That
like they
is the
took
TLDR.
inspiration from the Arcanist with the
So
with the
here, we'll scroll
crux
down a little
and
bit
said,
if
well,
anyone
what if it
would
was just
like
passive?
to continue scanning.
So you save a
through the
GCD
summary.
basically. That's
Ask
okay.
the
That's
guy to
okay.
read it.
That's okay.
Oh boy.
We can do like a robo voice, maybe, right?
Of course, as mentioned earlier, you can still expect some minor tweaks.
Oh, Okay, so
Many
while
AoE
everyone
item
is continuing
sets.
to read this, I did want to mention one thing. I just saw pop up in chat.
We'll
The attunable crafting
keeping
stations.
close eye.
This is something
Yes.
that
Attunable.
is coming out in update 40. So
I
the
knew
next update after this.
Where's the
one
lies?
is not
I
gonna
knew.
be
I
update
told
39.
everyone. I don't think it's quarter 3. I think it's quarter 4.
When is update
Where the
39
where the
live?
super
It'll be
tunable stations are
available on the
coming out.
PTS.
I
today.
knew it.
And then actually, you can see on the
Why
ticker
is
the
Becca
launch
saying no?
dates
She
for it.
didn't
PC
like.
and
She
Mac is
didn't
gonna be
want
August
to
21st,
redo
and
the
consoles is
guild
gonna be
hall.
September 5th. So it is coming up
Hey,
pretty quick.
there's the ticker working.
Well, Grim Focus do without 5 stacks. No, it will still be the same number of
All right,
stacks
so
and
again,
work
we're
the
not
same
gonna
way.
go
You just
through
don't need
every
to
single one of these
cast it
combat
to
fixes.
begin generating the stacks. Is what's
We'll
happening.
point you all to some stream team members that will be going through all of these. But yeah, there are a couple things that we did want to touch on that we think you all will like.
Arcanist.
Here, we'll even scroll
Dragon Knight.
semi-slowly.
Reduce the
so you
damage.
can kind
Oh,
of see
yeah, what the
what's
yeah, what the DK nerf.
other streamers.
The more ads.
We will point
Oh,
to
a hot
somebody who's going
Green
through
Dragon Blood?
patch notes.
Excuse me? What?
You will
Grave
see how
Lord.
my light keeps
Reduce the
turning on
cost.
and off. I don't know
What?
if it's visible on the stream or not.
Huh?
It's very annoying.
Come on, bro.
I don't know what's going
They
on.
reduced the alt cost of Necro Colossus.
Well, now I feel like I
Distracting
have
me.
to watch.
175
I don't see
ultimate?
it.
All right, Grim Focus. Let's touch on
Bruh.
Grim Focus because there are a number of changes happening in here.
What the heck?
So the biggest thing is Grim Focus and the Morphs no longer need
175?
to be activated to generate stacks.
That's crazy, bro.
They are going to generate stacks anytime you meet the original requirements just by having that ability slotted on either bar.
Yes, yes. I saw
Yeah?
a combustion nerf.
Yeah?
I
Okay.
saw
That's
a
yeses.
Green Dragon
Got
Blood
some emotes.
Heal over
right?
time buff or
I
addition.
do have some ghosts.
And I
in
saw
there. I don't-
Necro T cost
I've even
reduction.
tried moving this light bulb to other rooms, and it just keeps on like just going on and off randomly. So maybe it's a ghost in the light bulb. It's one of those smart bulbs, so it's not being very smart right now.
Increase the cost of special activate to 1890.
Okay,
Okay, I mean, yeah,
that is the start
that's
for the
fine.
Grim Focus change. Again,
Usability is now
Read
used
through.
consistently updated.
is the piano music available anywhere? It's actually part of the Champion UI screen.
Relentless
I don't think
focus
it's available
more.
to download, but it is pretty nice, right?
Now increases the amount of weapon and spell damage for each stack.
All right, so let's continue
Okay.
on. Again, we're just going to
Shadow cloak. What was that? Shadow cloak.
slowly
What?
scroll through.
Bound armor,
Oh, there's,
passives.
bound armament.
Yeah, same
so
thing.
Same thing. Doesn't have to be activated.
You
to
could generate bound weapons while
weapons.
using mend
It's just gonna
wounds.
generate bound weapons
Oh,
whenever
it's-
you
well, that
layer
was an
heavy
issue.
attack with the ability slotted
Okay.
on either bar.
Overload. Fix an issue where this ultimate and sports would not remove their toggle when you no longer cost
Slowly? You want me to
necessarily
scroll
remove
slower?
light or heavy attack. Nah, I'm not playing Necro. I don't care.
Here.
For
I think those
DPS
are
anyway.
two really good examples of what the team
Dawn's
is trying to go
Wrath.
for in a lot of these changes. Just quality of life, bug fixes, making things better,
Yeah.
easier, a little nicer to use.
Okay. This is good.
Fix the overload bug. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Backlash,
So a couple warden bug fixes, and then heading into weapons.
green balance, long shot. Okay, passive
So we
changes.
have a number
Okay.
of weapon adjustments.
Now increases your damage done. Okay, they buffed bow.
Scroll slowly.
Increase your damage done. What? That's not, this is not slow. What?
Because
Try
remember
to-
how many pages we
It's
said?
stuff, lightning
45
stuff.
pages? It's a lot of pages.
Okay. Dude. Come on. Just publish them. Follow up.
It's nice music, huh?
Guild.
All right,
what
heading
was it?
into
Pack leader.
Volendrung.
No longer
We
attempt
do
to
have
snare.
a few issues fixed with this. And then that's it. That's it for abilities.
Okay.
See? Nothing too crazy, right? It's not super long. For a champion system, it's only one bug fix.
Okay.
And then heading into
Sure.
itemization. We have a long list of item sets here. There were some
Ooh.
back-end changes. You all shouldn't notice anything different, but if you do, let us know. It should be nothing, though. But yeah, it's a
Performance
it's a long
improvements?
list here.
Question mark. Okay. Ability altering weapons.
And then we have
Oh,
a
Master and
few
Two-hander.
adjustments, some other bug fixes. for a few existing item
Okay.
sets. And that's it. So then heading into companions, again, this is a lot of quest fixes for companions. We have some audio fixes, some rapport
All right.
fixes. Some things affecting.
I tried reading really
rapport
fast,
achievements
but like,
also.
man. I think I was trying to
We
read
didn't
everything at
skip all
once
the
rather
real
than one thing at
changes.
once.
We were scrolling pretty slowly. So, I mean, we can always go back to it. Let's get through a lot of this. And again, these are going to be, we're going to publish these as soon as we're done with the stream. So then you can kind of go
Okay.
through on your own and really take some time to read and digest. This is just a preview.
All right.
We are not going to read all 45 pages today on stream.
I'm going
But
to.
we will publish these as soon as we're done with the stream. So
Azure,
then you can
wait,
go
there's
through.
a Azure Blight nerf? No way.
Don't.
I didn't catch
that
that
was
one.
Rich saying that. He's like, don't publish them. I'm like, who doesn't want? Oh, it's Rich, it's Rich being silly. So
We're gonna put them out one at a time on Twitter. One line at a time.
One last.
Do it, Rich.
Oh, that would be something, all right. All right. So for DLC fixes, a lot of these
Okay.
affect quests. So the claim is not fixed yet. Okay, I'll check in on that in a second.
Oh.
Again, although somebody said they just claimed their crate, so maybe we're getting there. So yeah, for DLCs, again, a lot of quest fixes. We just kind
Okay.
of went back to existing
This is good.
content and was trying to polish it and clean it up. This is actually a cool one. The Dark Brotherhood dual quests.
Oh, yeah, that's good. You don't
This is
you
a
don't
really
need to
nice
grind
quality
the
of life
skill
one, I think.
line level to do the freaking
So they-
quest.
Yeah, didn't we do this with Thieves Guild too? I guess we have to see if we scroll down and.
I
make
hope they
sure I'm
did it
not
for Thieves
imagining
Guild as
it,
well.
But yeah, so
This is
the
pretty good.
quests will no longer require a certain skill rank to do them. So you don't have to grind
Okay.
up to a certain level in the guild in order to do the story, which is super nice.
Okay.
Now I'm scrolling ahead to make sure I'm not a liar.
I never really understood why they even put those level requirements in for
All
Thieves
right,
Guild and Dark
everyone's
Brotherhood.
saying they're able to claim. I think we fixed it. So yeah, go.
Yeah.
Maybe you might need to refresh or something, but yeah, go. It doesn't work for you yet. Yeah, give the page a refresh, and see if it works then.
There's a Korean player in chat.
Yeah, so that Dark Brotherhood one, it's the same for the Thieves Guild.
What do you
More
say?
quest fixes.
혹시
Quest
게임
fixes. and
김치 안
Firesong,
하신 건지 컴뱃
Grey
좀
Moor.
쳐 자작.
Well, I tell you, it was it was difficult kind of trying to remember where a lot of these came from. And luckily we have a dev team that will usually categorize everything. But yeah, if like just a quest fix comes through, it's like, oh, what DLC was this? What chapter was this? Like we've had a lot. You don't
Okay.
really realize until you start going through a lot of the old content. So for High Isle, same thing. More quest fixes. We have a couple tribute fixes. There was one issue where you couldn't actually queue for tribute matches, so that should be fixed now.
No, the patch notes are
couple
not
things for
published yet.
IC.
They're gonna publish them once they're done with this
I
stream
read that as
thing.
Lambert passage. I'm like, do we really have that? No. So we got Morrowind, we got Murkmire. Necrom is a little bit longer since we did just launch that
Okay.
God, last month. I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, it's been a while. No, it was only last month.
Yeah, the
we
PTS is
launched
already here,
Necrom.
bro.
And update 38. So we fixed a lot of things again involving quests and just zone stuff. We have a few things for world bosses. It's kind of it's like 80-20 with people being able to claim and not claim, huh? So again, yeah, refresh, maybe refresh the stream, refresh the drops page, see if that fixes. So yeah, all these quests have some fixes. We know some of you have run into some blockers. Hopefully that should be addressed. But if you're still running into it after you go through the patch notes and after you kind of give things a try on
So,
PTS,
chat,
let us
what do you
know
guys
if you're
think about
still
the patch
running
notes
into
so
any
far?
issues with these quests. And then for Bastion Nimmo,
Well, from what you've seen.
a few fixes and changes there.
I just want to see what the combat is
Orsinian,
specifically.
guess what? More quest fixes. You see a trend here?
They skipped the important parts.
So
yeah,
much,
basically.
We're touching on some older
Well, not
content. We
skip.
got
They just
Somerset,
went
we got Thieves
too
Guild,
fast. Way
again,
too fast.
Same thing as with Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah. Okay. This is good.
This is like the only dungeon fix in Wolf Hunter. All right, now we're getting into base game. So we
PvP.
start off with some PvP. Again, lots of fixes surrounding PvP, but also Siege. Definitely want to call that out because there were a lot of bugs surrounding all the different Siege weapons that we have addressed in here.
All right. You'll no longer be attacked by slaughterfish while harvesting materials in certain areas of Zerodead. What the hell? Was that happening? Okay, you can now teleport to own homes from Zerodead Wastelands. Oh, that's nice. VGs.
And then down here for Siege. This is actually a pretty long section.
Not deal. Ballista.
So again, we will publish all of these as soon as the stream is finished.
Trebuchet.
Go through these line by line and just kind of take some time to read and digest everything. But yeah, we have things affecting Ballista, some fixes for the Trebuchet.
And these are improvements too, not just fixes.
Oh, they buffed meat bags, bro, by approximately 17%. No longer affects health recovery, though.
Yeah, like making some of the damage instantaneous rather than over time, which is nice.
Okay. Interesting.
All right. Got some art fixes, some animation fixes. That bug where you were kind of floating on your multi-rider mount. Sorry, we fixed that one.
Okay.
Some people will be sad about that.
Crafting economy, number of legendary. Okay. Bunch of celebrations.
What else do we have here? I was going to go through before the stream and highlight like a few notable things I wanted to call out, and I just kind of ran out of time before we had to go live.
Okay.
I saw a question in chat I wanted to answer, and now I missed it, and I forgot what it was. Anyway. For housing down here, a lot of fixes for furnishings and for existing houses. This is going to be live on PTS later today, so we're currently in maintenance. Should be finishing up actually soon. So again, we'll publish these when we're done with the stream. And then you can read through when we're not like manically scrolling like this. So one thing I do want to bring
Rich in Twitch chat says we're totally aware of the stuck in combat bug in Zerodead, by the way. It's been a thorn in our side for a while now.
Sometimes you would go through the activity finder, get a group together for a dungeon, and then some of those people would desync from the group, show us offline. Hopefully.
Okay, yes. Okay, right. This bug.
So
yeah.
Give it a try. Let us know. I know, right? This is a nice one. This is a nice one. Also if you're using Mac, we did add support for the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S controller, so you can use that too.
Okay. Bone Colossus.
Couple things for monsters, and then, again, here we go. Long list of some quest fixes.
There's always a long list of quest fixes.
All base game fixes. And then heading into UI.
Fish icons.
I don't know that...
Added Arcanist-related icons to the armory.
I mean, updated fish icons. Huge, right?
Radio menus. Gamepad mode.
The help and tutorials. Again, this is just kind of trying to help some newer players just better understand some things, make it a little bit clearer. And then we have a few things for the target markers that you use. What date will the live servers be updated with this? It is for PC August 21st.
August 21st. I mean, that's basically
so it'll be on PTS today and then hitting PC later in August on the live servers. Claim drop now? Okay, great.
5, 6.
Good.
Yeah. That's 6 weeks of PTS.
That was all 45 pages.
That was all 45 pages. We went through super fast, right?
Okay.
Was there anything anyone wanted us to scroll back to, just in case you're like, oh, man, I missed that thing? Or here, I can even scroll up to...
Combat.
They're long.
Combat.
Right here. So you can just kind of get a quick summary of kind of what is happening in Update 39. The attunable crafting stations, that is coming in Update 40. That is not in today's update.
Everyone's asking for DK, bro.
DK change? I saw a few people saying DK changes. Hold on, let me find those.
Yeah, I want to see combat, bro.
Look away if you get sick from this.
Okay, combustion, reduce the damage.
There we go. It's just...
Down from 50% to 33%.
Little section.
Green Dragon Blood gets a heal over time. Skills off your max health, though.
I'm sorry.
Dragon Leap cannot be cast on swimming targets.
You want us to go through the whole thing again?
Okay, so they nerfed combustion
We
noticeably.
actually, while-
50%
while
to
you all kind of
33%
read through this, and it's a pretty short section for DK.
for the damage bonus for burning and poison status
How
effects.
maintenance is going. Where is it?
Okay. Interesting. I mean, they're just like,
You just still need to wait for QA to finish up.
I just want them
And
to,
once they're done,
for
it
once,
shouldn't take very long after that.
get
but
every
we
class
just need to
up
go
to
through
the
and
level
make
of the
sure.
best performing
A lot of
class
basic
rather
stuff
than
like,
like trying to knock
can
the
you
class,
log in? Can
the
you
top
access
performing
this?
classes
Can you
down
get
to the
these zones, things like that.
Are the templates
towards
working?
down
Yeah,
towards the other
exactly.
classes. You know?
A 48-page bedtime story. Honestly, like, so
And I don't really
was thinking in
know
my
if
head,
this
like,
is
if something
significant
happened
enough
where it looked
anyway.
like maintenance was going to start
it's
running
whatever.
long,
I don't
it's
know.
like, well, maybe we do just start reading through and just kind of kill some time until
Can we go down
until we're
to
done.
the rest
We are
of
going to publish these when we're done with the stream.
when
What
are we done with the
is
stream?
going to happen is we'll probably try and find somebody to raid, and then we need to just kind of
Raid me.
go offline,
Raid me.
clean some stuff up.
I'm ready.
And then we'll publish. So it'll be
I'm just kidding. But
like 5-10 minutes.
I just want to
after we
see
go
the
offline,
rest of the
we'll go ahead and
combat.
publish
That's
these,
really it.
so you can read through. When is Ship House? Great question. I actually am not sure when Ship House is launching, but yeah, remember we talked about that during the ESO celebration.
We did. Yeah, I know they were making some like fixes and adjustments on it, so I don't know. But I guess it's not with update 39.
Yeah. Well, it's not at least with this PTS, right? For testing. So
Yeah.
it is happening. So throughout this PTS cycle, we will have a few more events that are going up for testing. But otherwise, this is the bulk of 39. So once PTS goes live in probably
What's
an hour
not
or
killing
two,
Blue?
if we had to guess. Hop on in, test out
What did Star Shadow ask?
some of these new things. There's a lot of changes to, again, item set sourcing, just kind of standardizing everything. We have a
What
few adjustments
is
for
not
combat,
killing
but
Blow
hopefully
base?
nothing crazy, but give it all a try in there. See how it goes. Give some feedback. The team will definitely be watching
Star Shadow.
as we go through
Oh,
the
no.
next few weeks. And again, this is all free. There is no DLC tied to this. As long as you play the game, it's going to be a free update. And there you go. All right. Again, crates should be fixed. You should be able to claim. If you're still having issues with it, just refresh the page. Sorry, I'm just kind of reading through chat real quick. Let's find somebody to raid. What do you think?
Monka?
Do we have somebody?
I'm sure we can find someone. I know there's... Oh, that was weird. I clicked on another browser and I forgot I had the Twitch stream up on that browser, so it turned into like Twitchception a little bit. All right. Who is currently streaming?
I'm streaming.
And again, also, if you missed out on drops during this stream for whatever
Tell-
reason, you tuned
chat.
in a little bit late.
Ask
we
them
are
to
going to have
ask
a
them to read me.
campaign exclusive to the ESO stream team that's starting a little bit later today.
Because
And
we're
then
going to go
for
to
the rest
patch
of the
notes.
week, starting
100%.
tomorrow, we'll have drops on.
I'll
for
I'll
everybody.
scroll slow. I'll scroll slow. Tell them.
Where? Here we go. Let's see who's on. Let's see here. We've got Deltia. We've got Nephis. Oh, Mini Mari. Haven't seen her stream in a minute. We've got a medic. We've got Kat. What do you think? Who should we raid? You know what? I know Deltia is going to be going through these combat changes, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely going to go through. So let's
Ah,
drop Deltia a raid. Hopefully, I can see he's watching, so I know he's going to prep for it. So what we're going to do, we'll raid Deltia, and then we'll publish. No pressure. And then we'll publish the patch notes, and then I'm sure Deltia is going to walk
All right,
everybody
let's
through
wait- let's
all
watch
the
the patch
individual
notes.
combat changes. No pressure, Deltia, but
yeah, I'm going to do combat
because
notes.
now we just said we would. All right. We will keep you all posted on maintenance. Everything seems like it's going well, though, so we should be opening up pretty soon. Aside from that, though, I think we're all set. Where's my chat window?
Thank you all.
So we can raid. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. We hope you enjoyed. I know this was a little bit different, doing kind of a daytime stream, going through.
Was there any mention?
patch
Dude,
notes.
I
So
just
yeah,
want
let
to see
us
the patch
know
notes. That's really
what
it.
you think. If you want to do this again sometime, maybe we will. Maybe we'll do it again for update
Yeah.
40. But yeah, we hope to see you on the PTS today. And thanks for watching.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
And happy Monday. Weird day to do
Happy-
a stream, right?
Happy Monday.
Monday.
Got another case
Bye.
of the Mondays. Bye, everyone.
Okay. Now we just need to wait for the patch notes. Because I actually want to see the combat patch notes. I'm sure Elias is FF5ing the page here. Oh man, so we saw a DK nerf and a slight DK buff for Green Dragon Blood. I can't believe they blue-balled the attunable stations after they announced them for Q3 in the January reveal stream. No, they never said it's going to come out in Q3. That's why I was like, is it Q3 or Q4? I think it's Q4, probably. They probably want to like pack that with the content they're coming out with for the Endless Dungeon or whatever.
We'll go over the changes here in a second.
All right. I just want to see if the patch notes will be published shortly here. You want an ironic and sarcastic take on Cage. Buffed Necro, is this a typo? We'll see. So what do you guys think about the live stream? So it's very rare that they do the patch note stuff on, I mean, they used to do something similar for like combat changes with the combat devs back in the day on stream. It was like usually Fridays. But what do you guys like? Did you guys like the presentation on Monday? Or this presentation? Like, what do you want them to do more of it? You glad that they did it? How about the Antiquities Crown Store purchase, though? Yeah. Did they say anything about fixing gifting crown crates? I joined halfway through and asked in chat, but nothing was addressed. I believe they're still working on that. And something, if you watch my last video on it, July 13, in 3 days, I think they're setting up customer support to help people facilitate crown crate gifting. But yeah. I wish they would have read the patch notes, but I liked it. Yeah, I don't know if they wanted to go over every single thing. And I don't think they want to deal with, like, people's potential adverse reactions to certain changes. You know what I mean? Just give us the notes. I think what could be better next time is them publishing the notes on stream. And then that's, you know, just going over the important bits. Maybe, if they don't want to go over everything. You know, and thanks for the follows, by the way. Is the PTS patch notes up? It's not up yet. Horrible stream. I was hoping for actual extensive elaboration directly from the devs. They literally just scrolling, general bug fix. I think they wanted to highlight some parts rather than like go through everything. Yeah, I think like scrolling through it with them would be better. As a viewer, personally. And thanks for the prime sub. Appreciate it, Lady Rosabella. Are they breaking arguments before I get to use it? We'll see. Late summer will be probably late. Yeah, okay, but it's not late summer. It's still summer. August is late summer, right? Technically, they didn't break their word, Elias. I think it makes sense for it to be Q4 because there's no content coming out in Q3. So you probably want people to do content in Q4, especially during winter, like holidays and shit.
Nephis
Yeah, maybe an actual dev would be nice to
is
hear the
a
opinions and why.
liar,
Helps break my heart
a
gently.
bully,
Again,
and
they used to
he's
they used to do
toxic.
combat stuff back in the day like that to explain their reasoning and stuff, which was nice in my opinion. But I don't know if they want to do that anymore, because I think for certain streams or certain patches, I think people were a bit too way too aggressive for sure. And thanks for subbing as well, GG Scum. Yeah, what's up, Payne? Bro, there was news today? Yeah. I don't see why they do this whole stream reveal thing if they don't post the patch news right as they start and they don't do a Q&A segment. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Patch notes are up. Perfect. Let's go over it. PTS patch notes version 9.1.0.
Is
So,
a liar,
real quick, as we go through the patch
a
notes,
bully,
and thanks for subbing
and
me
he's
as well,
toxic.
Ganondorfs. Real quick, as we go through the patch notes, that there is actually no DLC name for this patch. It's just called Update 39. So, yeah, I mean, yes, it's Update 39. So, I'm going to go over like the things that they skipped over, essentially. So let's look at the monster sets that are coming out. And so instead of putting monster sets in new dungeons, because there's no new dungeons in Quarter 3, they're going to put the monster sets in the AP vendors. So the Elite Gear vendors will have 3 new monster sets and 3 new containers for 50k AP each. Gerwulf Mountain's War Chief, weapon and spell damage. Dealing damage applies a stack of, I think someone called it malady, but malady to your enemy, reducing healing taken by 1% for 5 seconds, up to 35 stacks. So you can get 35% healing taken debuff on your enemy, but you also get a stack of contagion in exchange. So you are debuffing them for 35% while you're debuffing yourself for 15% at max potential. Okay. Half of the frustration around last year probably was because we had absolutely no idea what they were actually using. This did nothing to help that. Well, we'll see what the changes actually are. Okay, so Nibene Bay Battle Reeve, crit resistance. When you're forcefully moved via a pull, knockback, or teleport ability, gain a damage shield that absorbs up to 15k damage for 6 seconds. The shield is not affected by Battle Spirit. This effect can occur once every 14 seconds. While you did not have the damage shield from the set, reduce your damage taken from players by 5%. Okay, 1487 offensive penetration for Colovian Highlands General Monster Set. When you kill a player, gain a stack of Blood Depth for 0.5 seconds. When Blood Depth expires, you and up to 5 group members within 28 meters of you gain 15 ultimate per stack of Blood Depth. So I'm seeing something here where it's like, okay, they want people to try to kill the tankier players with this War Chief set. But then at the same time, they are also giving the same tanky players a tanky monster set. And they're also going to essentially be buffing ball groups here a bit more, which is, I don't know. It's just, what direction is there for PvP balancing in their minds? Like, at this point, do they just want to give everything to everyone? I'm kind of curious. Because I feel like the last few patches were, they were trying to address like maybe ball groups or organized group play and also tanky setups. But now here it's like, okay, here's a thing for everybody. So we'll see what happens here with the monster sets. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And you know, death notifications, we saw that on the stream. I'm not gonna go over like the certain things, quality of life things that they already covered. Let's see. They are updating the loot table for the Cragworm trials, which is great. There's no reason for me to go to normal now instead of vet, or vet over normal for the same exact sets. Hughesbane, Gold Coast, stacking by blah blah blah. New homes, new furnishings, cool. Master Red vendors updated with new stuff. Place blah, blah, suppressing companion, occlusion. Okay. Let's keep going. This is good combat. I feel like we've seen everything. So actually, we didn't get to read all this. I'm gonna highlight some important things here though. Weapons are traditional, so they're going to polish weapon passives, and their reasoning is weapons are traditionally seen as tools that push your class advantages or make up for some of their disadvantages. And we've noticed based on feedback and metrics under engagement that they've been falling short of that. I think a lot of people, once the hybridization started happening, right, the combat balance was very skewed with weapons because it's like, okay, so everyone's going to be essentially doing the same thing with the same weapon skill lines. So what's the point of me using this over that? And it is a problem, and I think that's what they're referring to here. In aims to improve this experience, we have taken some specific passives and adjusted them to target some pain points on how you can build or play around them. These changes are focused on our more offensive weapons, since Resto Staff and One-Handed Shield is a relatively solid place. Aside from this pass on weapon passives, we've also started to rule in some back-end reworks that utilize the fancy new while this ability is slotted in either bar functionality that the Arcanist added with the Tome Bearer's inspiration ability. We're not planning to use this everywhere. We have passives everywhere we have passive bonuses for ability slotting, but we did immediately see an opportunity to drastically improve the flow and user experience on Grim Focus and Bound Armaments. So to explain, these abilities, Grim Focus and Bound Armaments, will no longer require you to activate them, to start generating stacks for them with light or heavy attacks. Okay, so that saves you an extra GCD for your Nightblade or Sorcerer rotation. So let's keep going. Okay, so here are the classes. Arcanist fixed an issue where this ability is morphs for Abyssal Impact and not cause you to unsheath your weapons on cast. Fixed an issue where the skill line level faster than other skill lines for cured reforms. Fixed an issue. Okay, they fixed the teleporting gate. I think this was the bug. Fixed an issue where the synergy from the morph failed to act as casting a synergy for many item sets and other proc-based events. I don't think this was the bug that a lot of people were talking about. I think a lot of people were talking about the movement related issues with the skill. Okay. Combustion passive, reduce the damage bonus. This passive provides the burning and poison status effects to 33%, down from 50%. Okay, here's the dev comment on this. Dragon Knights are currently a bit ahead of many other classes in damage production. To address this, we're easing some of their passive power to reel them slightly back to the other classes without stirring the pot too drastically. Okay, well, it took them like... How many patches has it been? Hold up. Update 38 is right now. Okay, 7, 6, 5. Dude, it's been like at least 6 patches, right? So, I mean, also, I don't really see combustion being the biggest reason why DK is quote-unquote a bit ahead of the other classes, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Why not buff the other classes? Yeah. All right. Dragonblood, Green Dragonblood. This morph now adds a small heal over time, lasting 5 seconds and scaling off of your max health. It's about 3% per tick. This morph no longer increases in duration of effects by 1 second for every rank, but rather ranks up the healing done of the healing over time. We're seeing many tanks opt to take Coagulating Blood over Green Dragonblood in organized groups, where buffs bring up their offensive stats enough to eclipse the healing potential of Green Dragonblood. This is referring to PvE raids. To help mitigate this, we're adding a small guaranteed heal that uses your max health to offer some divergent gameplay options, rather than bloating out the missing health values of GDB and creating different problems out of that. Fair enough change, honestly. Okay, Necromancer, Frozen Colossus. Reduce the ultimate cost of Colossus, Frozen Colossus. The Magicka damage based morph. Down from 225 to 175. Oh, sorry, this is the base morph. Sorry, I was confusing Glacial. Frozen Glacial. What's the difference between Glacial and Frozen? Never mind, sorry. So the base ultimate is 175. Regardless of the morph. My bad. I was like, is this the morph? Anyway. So it's 175 instead of 225. That's actually significant for the Necro. 20, that's like 50 ult difference. And I think this kind of more reinforces the fact that you can probably get away with one Necro DPS even more, especially with Archdruid or something like that in conjunction with it, in play with it. So yeah, it's interesting to see that they're reducing the ult cost. Okay. Increase the damage per hit of all versions by approximately 11%. So they are buffing the damage of Colo. Pestilent Morph now always guarantees the disease status effect on each hit. That's nice. The Morph of Glacial now extends the duration of major vulnerability to 17 seconds per hit, up from 12. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Really interesting here. This ultimate has been significantly reined in after major vulnerability became less outright potent and more accessible from other actions in the game. Yes. Causing the ultimate to no longer instill the same fear it once did. In order to help rectify this and give some much needed love to Necromancer's ability to bring death to their foes, we made it easier to cast with a significant cost reduction and added a small damage bonus to boot. We've also tried to add some more distinction between these morphs. Pestilent now reinforces additional damage and makes it harder for your foes to bounce back with healing. This is PvP. While Glacial brings a slow and bitter end to those who try to weather the cold by extending the major vulnerability duration. So obviously, I think for PvE, you're going to go with Glacial Colossus, and for PvP, you're going to go with Pestilent Colossus. That's really it here. And this Glacial Colossus change, along with the reduction of cost of Ultimate, I think now for sure for PvE raid compositions, 100% for sure, you only need one Necromancer DPS. So we went from like 7 or 8 Necromancer DPS in Elsewhere in 2019 to one Necro DPS in 2023. Yeah. So it's interesting. Bitter Harvest, Dead and Pain Morph. This morph now also increases the duration of the effects it grants to 4 seconds per corpse consumed, up from 2 seconds. Okay. Currently, this morph is a bit further behind Necrotic Potency in Power and Engagement. In efforts to try and help the tankier aspect of the ability shine, we're extending the duration to offer more healing and major protection uptime. Okay. Nightblade, here we go. What's Bitter Harvest? It's the other morph. Okay. Incap. Fixed a very old and very annoying bug where the special version, I feel like Gilliam wrote this one, where the special version of this ultimate could fail to be activated in some cases where your ultimate cost was being affected by bonuses or penalties that changed the original 120 ultimate cost requirement for the stun. The tooltip animations and ability cast will now always update their cost and activation phases when you meet their augmented cost. That's nice. That's pretty nice. Grim Focus, this ability and morphs no longer need to be activated, generate stacks. Yeah, we kind of already went over this. They did, however, increase the cost of the proc to 1890, up from 1350, to make up for the fact that we don't have to, pre-activate or activate the skill to actually gain stacks. Let's see. Updated tooltips to mention that fully charged heavy attacks grant double stacks. That's always been a thing. They just never said it in the game. These abilities will now always highlight on your ability bar when you are at full stacks rather than becoming a different icon. Oh, okay. Relentless Focus Morph will now increase the amount of weapon and spell damage each stack at rank 4 rather than increasing the duration of the buff, since the buff no longer has a duration. Okay. This morph now costs 1377 rather than 1148. I would probably go with Relentless Focus maybe then, if they're going to give us passive weapon and spell damage for each stack, especially for Execute. So, I mean, this is a nice thing for Nightblades, actually. Not gonna lie. Shadow Cloak, this ability and the Shadowy Disguise morph now also grant major savagery and prophecy for slotting on either bar, to help them offer more functionality outside of PvP and to ensure the abilities still offer something when they are being countered. Huh. Okay, so this is like the Arcanist, right? So you just need to have Shadowy Disguise Morph on the back bar to have Savagery and Prophecy on both bars? Or is this like for one bar only? Hold on, for slotting on either bar. Okay. This morph of Dark Cloak now swaps the major Prophecy and Savagery to Minor Protection for slotting it on either bar. Yeah. Yeah, either. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Nightblade seems okay. Sorcerer. Okay, let's see what they do with Sorcerer besides the Bound Armaments cheats. So Bound Armaments got the same treatment as Grim Focus. Let's see. Bound Armor. Well, now grant slotted. See, the language is different here for sure. This ability in this morphs with Bound Armor will now grant their passive bonuses on both bars while slotted, rather than the only bar they're actively slotted on. Okay. Minor Protection is granted while slotted, rather than for duration after casting. Increase the base max magic granted to 8% at rank 4. Okay, it's just a nice change. Overload fix, backlash bugs, blah, blah, blah. Warden. Okay, let's look at the actual meat of the patch notes here. Weapon passives have been touched. Long shot passive for bow. Let's see what it does now. This passive now increases your damage done by 5% against enemies within 15 meters of you, and increases your critical chance by 13-14 against enemies that are further than 15 meters from you. Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. Rather than increasing your damage done with bow attacks by 12% based on how far away you are. 5% within 15 meters, and more crit at a greater distance of more than 15 meters. Okay. Honestly, I might prefer this over the old passive. That coding sounds like it'll break something. Rename this passive to Vine Dusk Training to accurately adjust its implications to its new functionality with a flavorful lore twist. Okay. In order to help bows feel more like additional tools for your character rather than their own isolated playstyle, we're expanding out this bonus twofold to help it become a more viable option for different builds. Since this passive previously only enhanced other bow attacks, it created situations where the weapon heavily dissuaded you to use other skills, making it feel restrictive rather than additive. By opening the bonus to work with any attack, we hope to help it feel more like other weapons as a way to synergize and play off of your other actions. In addition, the passive's minigame, which, creating distance, was creating situations that heavily punish many different encounters both in PvP and PvE, where you have to maximize your range at all times from the target. Yes. By granting 2 individual bonuses for close and further range, we can help enable more consistent power to the weapon, each with their own advantages, without creating frustrating gameplay experiences that further harm synergy with other actions like class skills or group coordination. I agree with this. I think this is a very nice change to the long shot passive or Bind Dust training passive. But I was hoping they could do a bit more with the bow, because as it is, I think it's slightly ahead of the staff on the front bar. But I was hoping to see a bit more if they were gonna polish up the weapon passes. So maybe they'll do more for the Destro staff, because wow, look at the difference in the number of changes on the patch notes for this. Destruction staff, Ancient Knowledge. The Flame staff passive now increases your damage done to the initial hit of status effects by 500, rather than increasing single target damage done by 10%. What? Wait, what? Hold up. So you do 500 more damage on the initial hit of status effects rather than 10% additional single target damage? Why? What is this? What is going on here now? What the? Okay, I was like, yeah, this is all right. And then up to this point, I'm just like, why? What? I don't get it. Bo was already slightly ahead of a front bar staff, Inferno staff front bar. Why are we just increasing the gap for this front bar? No more staff. No. This is for front bar. Like, you're not. I mean, back bar doesn't matter. You'll probably still use a back bar staff. But the idea, or the viability rather, of like pitting a bow front bar versus a Inferno staff front bar is like, why would you go Inferno front bar? Maybe the other changes make it better. Copium, okay. All right, lightning staff. This passive now increases your damage done with over time and channel attacks by 12%, rather than increasing your damage done with AoE by 10%. Isn't this better, actually? Because damage done over time. Damage done with overtime. Like dots are, AoEs can be dots. I think this is fine, actually, for lightning staff. Okay. We've received a lot of feedback from many sources talking about how this passive hasn't lived up to standards with numerous aspects like build crafting, kit synergy, and raw power. We're shifting the gameplay aspects around slightly to help aid in more overall exciting build choices. Okay, that's fair. Flame focuses on trying to batter and burn your foes down with status effects by adding a nice chunk of damage to their initial hits. I think I would rather just do more single target damage than status effect damage with Inferno Staff to batter down my foes. I'm just saying. Lightning doubles down on turning your foes to dust with powerful overtime effects and channels, including the fan favorite heavy attack builds, super duper 1 bar mega build, fucking Oaken Soul builds. Yeah, that's cool. It's our hope that these changes help make staves of all types feel better as front bar options. Maybe I have to test this, but I'm not seeing why I would slot an Inferno Staff on the front bar. Why would I slot Inferno Staff on the front bar? I don't get it. What? Maybe there's some math here that I'm missing? 500 to the initial hit? Rather than 10%. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe it's like a typo. Who knows? Penetrating magic passive. This passive now causes your destruction staff attacks to ignore almost 3,000 spell resistance rather than 10% of the target spell resistance. I'm pretty sure this might be better. Hold on. So let's say 18,200. Okay. Times 0.10. Yeah, this is better. This is significantly better for PvE and for PvP. So that's nice. Due to the ease of access of potent armor shredding effects like Major Breach, percent-based penetration frequently feels extremely weak. Yes. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Trifocus passive, Flame Staff. Okay, maybe they buffed Flame Staff here to make up for the fact Ancient Knowledge was like, what is going on? Okay. This passive now applies a damage over time equal to power of a standard damage over time effect. Okay, over 20 seconds with a fully charged heavy attack. So if you heavy attack with a Inferno Staff next patch, you apply a dot instead of getting a 12% increase to your heavy attacks. I mean, it's not like anybody's really using Inferno Staffs for heavy attacking builds or whatever, or heavy attacks. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe like the initial hit of the heavy attack combined with the dot application and the 500 the 500 buff to the initial hit of status effects might make Fire Staff a I don't know. A powerful heavy attacking staff for single target damage. Copium. Okay, Eye Staff. Increase the damage shield granted by this passive to 33% of your max health, up from 25%. Wow. Really? Okay. Lightning Staff. This passive now only triggers on fully charged heavy attacks rather than any tick of a heavy attack. What? What the? Wow. I don't know how to feel about this one, actually. So there are like two components to why heavy attack builds with lightning staves are really good. Trifocus and... Oh god, what was the other one? Oh my god. There's two. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart all of a sudden. Trifocus and... Oh my god. I can't grasp it in my mind. There was something I made a video about, and I can't remember it for some reason that they touched. It was a percentage based deep nerf. Does anyone remember? Oh my god, why can't I remember it all of a sudden? I feel like my mind just blanked out. Okay, so there's two components, and Trifocus is one of them. Yes, sorry, Empower. Oh my gosh, I couldn't remember it for some reason. I'm so sorry. Okay, so there's two components, Empower and Trifocus. Empower last patch was touched. So what's basically happening is about a 3 to 4% damage loss from the Empower nerf. So if you were hitting about 100k on the dummy with a heavy attack build with a Lightning Staff, Oaken Soul, like one of my builds, you're gonna hit 97, 96k this patch. Next patch, they're touching Trifocus, where it's like now instead of Trifocus on the Lightning Staff activating on a tick of a Lightning Staff heavy attack, now you have to fully charge up, like complete the heavy attack with Lightning Staff. It is it's quite significant. So this is a nerf. This is actually a nerf. I feel like they're trying to make Fire Staff a much better single target damage or like single target heavy attack staff over Lightning Staff. So I think they really want players to play around with the Fire Staff heavy attack play style instead of just doing Lightning Staff, which I think is fine, but I don't know if you really needed to touch Trifocus this much with Lightning Staff. Since this passive is meant to help reward fully charged heavy attacks, we've reined in some of the effects with Lightning Staves to make them more in line with other options, while retaining their unique gameplay with builds that go all in on them. In addition, we've tried to sweeten the rewards for the other two staff types that in general don't heavy attack as much. What did they do for Ice Staff? They didn't do anything for Ice Staff. So why would you heavy attack? I mean, I guess that's the shield, right? Okay. Interesting. Is this the update? No, that's quarter 4. Wall of Elements fixed an issue where the damage shield granted from Wall of Frost and its morphs could stack with other morphs' damage shields. The exception to this is that Unstable Wall of Frost's smaller shield, when it detonates, will stack with all versions, as it is a new functionality. Okay. The rules will follow Obsidian Shield, where the latest shield will always remove the previous version. Dual Wield, Twin Blade, and Blunt passive. Wait, what? Huh? Reduce the bonuses on this passive to ensure it is in line with other adjustments being made to weapon passives? Maces will now grant 1487 penetration per mace rather than 1650. Swords will now grant 129 weapon and spell damage per sword, down from what? Wait, what? I think they mixed it up here. I think they mean it will now grant 142 weapon and spell damage, down from 129. Yeah, okay. Daggers will now grant 657 crit chance rating per dagger, down from 812. I don't really understand this part. I think they're like trying to standardize these passives in line with some of these other changes they're making, but their equivalent is 129 down from 142. What? No, it's down. How's it down from? Oh, sorry. Oh my god, my bad. I don't know why I misread that. What the hell? What is wrong with me today, bro? Oh, sorry. I read that as 124 for some reason. I'm so like in my mind, I was like 124 down from 129. Yeah, whatever. 129 down from 142. It's like very slight nerfs. Sorry, like I don't know. It's a Monday. Leave me alone. Okay, so very slight nerfs, but I don't know. Like it's just whatever. They're just trying to standardize it. But okay. Restoration stuff. Isn't that the same? Yeah, they're trying to standardize it in line with the other changes and item sets. It's just slight nerfs. As a result of standardization. So it's not like though it changes a lot of things anyway. Like I think you'll still use daggers. You'll still use a staff back bar for sure. Maybe. Depends on the two-handed, right? Restless staff. Steadfast ward. Fixed an issue where the damage shield granted from this ability is morphs could stack with other morphs damage shields. The rules will follow Obsidian Shield. Okay. Two-handed. Okay, let's see what they did with two-handed, because I saw some wild shit here. Heavy weapons passive. Reduce the bonuses on this passive to ensure it is in line with other adjustments being made. Okay, maces now grant 2,974 penetration, down from 3,300. Great swords now grant 258 weapon and spell damage, down from 284. Follow-up passive now increases your damage done with all two-handed attacks by 10% for 4 seconds after completing a fully charged heavy attack. So they want you to heavy attack and get 10% more damage done for 4 seconds rather than increasing damage with next direct damage. I mean, this is okay. It's better than the former passive, honestly. We're changing the context of this passive to help make the interaction and reward of completing a heavy attack with the weapon feel better by moving away from a one-time burst bonus to a window of opportunity. Yeah, I think this is better. This is honestly better. This should help make up for damage losses when recuperating your resources while retaining some of the additional burst windows. Yeah, I think the new passive is better than the old passive. I just don't really understand this part. I'm gonna try it out, chat. I'm gonna try out a fire staff heavy attack build and see how it performs, I guess. I'm just kind of curious. Okay, Sijik, Vampire, Pack Leader, the summoned dire wolves from this morph will no longer attempt to snare enemies. If I'm skipping over these, it's just bug fixes for animations and stuff. Fix an issue for Volendrung where the abilities, visual effects stack. Major buffs granted from the ability of Paralyzed Resolve could fail to apply with major endurance. And now also grants major sorcery. Warfare slottable. Passive reinforced fixed an issue where the shield grant was not considered proc. Updated many item sets that generate AoE effects to use more performant back-end setups. This shouldn't affect any functionality. Yes, it's just performance stuff probably. Maybe you play bow back bar now. Why would it? Why? You're gonna go with bow front bar. 100%. Ability altering weapons. Merciless charge. This is VMA two-hander. This set now increases your damage done with all two-handed heavy attacks for 18 seconds after activating critical charge, rather than causing enemies to bleed over 10 seconds when they are damaged by critical charge. The bonus damage to your two-handed heavy two-handed. Why did I keep thinking of heavy attacks? Two-handed attacks is increased by 11.16% of the higher of your weapon or spell damage. Wow. Okay. 18 seconds after. Okay. So is this like for a double two-handed setup or a front bar two-handed setup potentially? I wonder if daggers will still be best for dual wield PvP. Oh, absolutely. It's still. I mean, again, it's a very slight nerf, but you're still going to use daggers for PvE next patch, assuming they don't change anything else or nerf anything else. That includes Merciless Charge itself. Yes, because it's upon activation rather than hitting an enemy. You are correct. So, rather than bleed, it's just going to give you more bonus damage to two-handed attacks. Okay, this set has seen many iterations over the years. Has it? I think it's only gone through maybe a few. And find it a home where you can serve a potent purpose without tipping the scales too far in one aspect of the gameplay. Its original bleed functionality has been quite difficult to balance between PvE and PvP. Okay.
A few moments later.
Okay. Now the set rewards both passive use of the skill with Stampede as a backbar option, as well as a more active use. Okay, so it's for front bar and back bar usage. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this works. Crafted sets. Fixed an issue. Okay, interesting. Azure Blight Reaper. Oh boy, I just made a set of this too. Pretty recently, actually, like a month ago, a few weeks ago. This set's damage explosion now can only happen once every half second, rather than having no cooldown. Sag. Targets will no longer become immune to stacks for 2 seconds after reaching the full stack count. Okay. This is okay. This part's okay. Reduce the damage of the explosion by approximately 15%. Okay. But the damage now increases by 10% for each enemy hit, up to a maximum of 100% bonus damage. Okay. I think overall it might be a buff. There's some nerfs in here, but I think overall it could be a buff, depending on like this part. Upon investigation, Azure Blight Reaper has been found to cause server issues in some cases. We need to add a short cooldown between each explosion in order to improve performance, but we also recognize this change severely impacts the feel and strength of its playstyle. To make up for the loss, we've removed the cooldown from building stacks, which is good, and added bonus damage when the explosion hits multiple targets at once. Yeah, it really just depends on this last part here, the 10% for each enemy hit, up to a maximum of 100%, double the bonus damage. So we'll see, to make up for the 15% damage nerf. Gossamer, okay, you can proc from other procs. Trinamax Valor Fix, Elfbane Fix for trial sets, Healing Mage, Lunar Bastion, Pillager's Prophet. Perfect. Made a video about it too. Fixed an issue where this set's effects could target pets, despite the pets not having ultimate. Perfect fix. People have been wanting this fix since it got bugged. Hopefully they address long-term bugs here soon. Companion audio adjustments and fixes. Quest fixes and animation fixes for companions. Rapport adjustments and fixes. Quest fixes for a bunch of things. Wow. I mean, if you look at the scroll bar on my browser here, we're basically halfway through the patch notes, and everything else after this, I'm pretty sure is just bug fixes. PP fix not coming right now. It's kind of annoying though. Why does that have to wait for the update? I have no idea. I mean, they do have an incremental coming out for Wednesday. Maybe that could have been an incremental, but I don't know. What is this? What is a spoiler? I think someone messed up here. Fix an issue. Hang on. Okay, wait for it. The Dream of Kasserine quest, exploration. Tribute NPCs are now less susceptible to patron victories. Did they fix the? I've been seeing a lot of people complain about the sudden increase in difficulty with a lot of the novice NPCs. Is that here? I don't know. I don't know if that's a bug or intended. Yeah, we just went over the classes and stuff. DK will have to use Inferno for the lost combustion. Oh my goodness. That's actually DK heavy tech Inferno staff build? The Sublime Brazier. Okay. Oh, just a bunch of... See, this is what I mean. Like, when I was asking you guys about this earlier, like, about the bug fixes. Like, 31 pages of bug fixes initially sounds impressive, but what's it for? Right? Is it for quests? Is it for combat? Is it for housing? Looks like 95% of it is for questing, housing, companions, a couple systems here and there, content, like overland content, adjustments to how long it takes to get certain achievements, and adjustments to see what quest pins people see when they're a new player. It's just a bunch of dialogue fixes as well that I'm seeing. And NPC fixes. UI adjustments and additions, along with some fixes. And that's it. That is it. Expert NPC is easier than proficient and novice. Siege buffs. Oh yeah, we do have siege buffs. Let me go back to that real quick. Oh, Elfbane. Siege will produce. Okay, yeah. I don't think that was intended. Okay, so Siege. They fixed an issue with Lancers. They fixed an issue with Siege damage over time missing invisible targets. All Siege will now actively remove invisibility. There is no escape from Siege. Ballista no longer has varying hit sizes between hitting Siege and parallel characters. Lightning Ballista fixed an issue where the damage over time for the Siege could stack indefinitely. Ice Pot Trebuchet, Fire Pot Trebuchet, Meatbag has been buffed by approximately 17%. However, the debuff to healing no longer affects health recovery. So the dot portion was buffed, but the health recovery portion has been gone. It's just removed. They don't say it's a bug. They just say it's been removed. So I'm assuming it was intended, and they just think it's a balancing thing. I think the biggest thing they could do with siege weapons is make it stackable. But yeah, fixed an issue where the healing received debuff could target. Okay, Cold Harbor, Trebuchet, Oil Catapult. That's really it. Fixed an issue with a snare from the siege. Lots of siege fixes for their issues. Rip Elfbane, yeah, for PvP siege things. Fixed an issue. Oh, I knew it. People told me I was crazy. Fixed an issue where you're prevented from moving for 2 seconds after using a way shrine while having a polymorph equipped. I was like, why am I suddenly not able to move right after I port to places? And apparently it's because I had a polymorph equipped. And thinking back on it, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a polymorph equipped all the time. Okay, so that's great. Fixed numerous animation blending issues, skeletal deformations and postures. Fixed an issue where alchemy writ turn boxes would not always animate. Okay. Sprint animations will no longer be okay. Crafting economy. I mean, I think we're pretty much done reviewing the patch notes. Combat, some of it. I think most of the combat changes are fine. Some of the itemization updates are fine. I just don't really understand the Inferno staff, and I think that's just going to require testing. So yeah, what do you guys think about the patch notes? What's your takeaway? Are you satisfied with it? Do you think they hit the nail on the head with quality of life and bug fixes. Do you want more? L patch. Well, what's your reasoning? They didn't fix necropets despawning bosses. Yeah, that's also a big one. I mean, there's actually a few significant bugs I feel like should have been addressed much sooner than not being addressed at all. You think it's awful and pathetic? Give me reasons. Give me reasons. I don't see any quality of life updates, to be honest, or things to be honest. I mean, there's a couple, especially for I feel like alts and new characters and new players. I don't like the fact that some of the PvP stuff they're adding in is locked behind gladiator proofs, which is really weird to me. I do like that they are adding more stuff to the trove scamp or the treasure scamp in icy sewers. I can see that they're trying to incentivize players to go to Zerodead and into the towns, but the AK/AP discount difference is like I feel like nothing. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not nothing for people who don't PvP often. I was hyped before their stream. Now it seems meh. Daggers still bis? Yeah, daggers are still bis. If bow or lightning becomes better than daggers, I'll cringe. No, I don't see any sense of that. I think lightning got nerfed. Somewhat tragically. Bow seems really good now, or not really good, but like seems better now with their one passive being improved. But I wish that they did a bit more with bow and some of the distro staff stuff more. I don't understand the Inferno staff change, really. I'm sad about the Inferno staff passive change. No more single target damage. Well, unless you heavy attack, right? Stuck in combat. Yeah, I think a lot of people wanted that. Notes are fine, nothing to be upset about, nothing to be particularly excited about. Yeah, it's very neutral to me. It's like, it's not... I think a lot of people were like waiting to see, is this going to be another update 35 where they change it literally everything combat-wise? Well, not everything, but like significant things that make people feel fatigued or feel like, wow, great. You know, I have to redo stuff, I have to regrind, I have to relearn stuff essentially while progging. I don't really sense any of that here. Elfbane Siege going away is a dub. Yeah. The bug fixes are good. They're actually working. If they're assuming they're actually, yeah. The dot damage increase, Destro nerf for Zell. Only lightning heavy attack got nerfed, I guess. Neutral is good. I don't know if neutral is good. I think neutral is okay. if neutral is good, that's a worrying sign. Even though it's supposed to be the bug fix patch, doesn't look like there'll be any noticeable improvements in high intensity situations. That's definitely a good point to make. I hope they do address more of that in update 40 or quarter 4. It feels very underwhelming overall. Nice to have bug fixes, but nothing I'm excited about. I think that was bound to happen, especially with the fact that quarter 3 is no longer going to have DLC content or really any content. I hope this is... I think what I'm looking for here is like, I was expecting more. I think that's like the summary of my feelings after reading through the patch notes and sitting through the stream and listening. I think I wanted more as both a player and a content creator. I think I wanted more, and it just didn't hit my expectations, and that's okay, I guess. But I think I just wanted more. Why heavy attack with Inferno? Because they're very obviously trying to make Inferno staff heavy attacking a thing. I'll just go back to it real quick. Do they not even say flame? There we go. Okay, so for Ancient Knowledge, they removed the 10% single target modifier, which is like, what the hell? And gave you a 500 damage buff to the initial hit of your status effects. This can obviously include burning, poison, stuff like that. Maybe this is, you know what I mean? They're trying to make it a front bar thing, even though bow right now is slightly ahead of fire staff front bar, bow front bar. And then they're also making it so you apply a dot when you heavy attack with a fire staff or flame staff. So yeah, I'm getting that sense that they want us to use the fire staff as a heavy attack staff. Did they say the new monster sets are BOP or BOE? I'm gonna assume it's bind on pickup because they're monster sets. I don't think you can sell monster sets regardless of where you get it from. Few changes at all to Arcanist. I don't think Arcanist is really tricky. I think Arcanist is in a really delicate spot where if they try to change it, it might like literally make it either useless or too good. Can we have another bug fix patch for the following quarter? I think they said they are gonna implement more quality of life and bug fixes for quarter 4 as well. Just that quarter 4 will have a bit more content, like that new endless dungeon. And of course, the grind for the super tunable stations. I doubt anyone cares about some random NPC clipping through the door compared to stuff like Lady Door going invisible, Dom, orb door not opening, stuck in combat, enemies still not moving when aggroed. Yeah, I don't know. I'll test it. I'll test it. You thought it was lackluster? I thought they would really fix some big issues. It's not 80%. Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, well, before you get your hopes up, would be what we're like bug fixes for what we are familiar with, or are these bug fixes for like companions and stuff? And 95% of it was for the latter. I think there was something with instances, right? Okay. Fix an issue that could cause pet health bars to not appear. Okay. Interesting. Update the visibility, the highlight effect. Bonuses that increase user damage done to monsters will now also apply their effects to proc-based damage. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. This is good. This is good. This is a damage increase. You don't want pet health bars to... I mean, there's settings for it. More proc set buffs. While grouped, you can no longer leave an instanced area while in combat. Okay. I'm going to talk about this right now as well. Because I know... I think I know what's going on here. All right. So, this means while you are in combat, you cannot PTE. Let me explain why they're doing this. All right, from my perspective. Okay. Some of you have been very, very naughty. There has apparently been groups and people using the PTE function to avoid dying for like trifectas and shit. So let's say you're about to fucking die. You just press PTE, you avoid it, and you port back in. Now, I think for that, that's obviously that's fucked up, in my opinion. All right? And I think if you do that, I feel like the proper solution here would be you should be able to leave an instance while in combat, but you will lose vitality and you'll be automatically like discount, like you won't get the no death achievement. Like, I think that would have been the better option. Like, for example, let's say I'm trying to basically cheat and I'm about to get fucked by, I don't know, Teleria or whatever. Okay. And I PTE to avoid dying so the group gets a trifecta, right? I think it should automatically discount the vitality in trial instances. Now, I don't like this because, again, I think the ideal solution is you should be able to leave an instanced area while in combat. But you should be disqualified from trifecta or the no death achievement or lose a vitality. That would be ideal. I don't really like this because it's like, well, what happens if you're legitimately like fucked? You're stuck. Do you just like wipe for one person? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. But also, What about fungal growls? I mean, I guess you could leave through the door. I mean, like thinking to myself, there are times in dungeons and trials where while you're in combat, something fucked up happens, you're stuck, or you somehow slide behind the wall, or like you're still stuck in combat because you skipped ads. So I don't know about this. I hope they come up with the better solution, which is what I just said. Just take away the vitality. No death should be player, not group. Isn't it technically like that right now? LT. Fix the in-combat bugs like the vision on the hard mode first boss VSC. The only fix was a PT. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this is very ideal. I get why they were doing it. And it's unfortunate that people were abusing it to the point that they had to do this. I hope they come up with like a long-term solution. Oh, you meant like no death should be player-based? Not okay. Yeah, that's pretty. That is unfortunately an L take. Like, bro, it's come on. Like, so if you don't die ever in the instance, you get the trifecta. I don't know about that. That's terrible. I think wasn't there a forum post about that shit, like how trifecta should be individual based. I don't know about that, man. That's kind of cringe to me. I think that also like creates some problems too within the group dynamic. Yeah, that's really it for the patch notes.